The acceleration of global groundwater depletion is a concerning trend, but it is important to note that it is not an inevitable outcome. Greetings to everyone. Today's video focuses on the concerning issue of rapidly declining groundwater levels worldwide, which often occur at an increasingly rapid pace. A recent publication in the esteemed journal Nature by researchers from UC Santa Barbara provides an extensive analysis of groundwater levels in nearly 1,700 aquifers, making it the most comprehensive assessment to date. This study not only highlights the urgent need to address the depletion of water resources, but also offers valuable insights into successful strategies for mitigating groundwater decline. Its findings are invaluable for scientists, policymakers, and resource managers who are dedicated to comprehending and managing global groundwater dynamics. Now, without any further delay, let us delve into our discussion. Lead author Deborah Perrone, an associate professor in UC Santa Barbara's Environmental Studies program, expressed that the motivation behind this study stemmed from a sense of curiosity. The aim was to gain a deeper comprehension of the worldwide groundwater situation by analyzing and organizing millions of measurements of groundwater levels, by gathering information from national and subnational records, as well as incorporating the research conducted by various agencies. The team was able to compile their data. The duration of the study spanned 3 years, with a significant portion of that time dedicated to the meticulous task of cleaning and organizing data, taking up 2 of those years. To comprehend the 300 million water level measurements collected from 1.5 million wells spanning a century, one must be willing to put in the necessary effort. Following that, the challenge arose of transforming the overwhelming amount of data into meaningful observations regarding worldwide groundwater patterns. To assess groundwater level trends in 1,693 aquifers, the researchers meticulously examined over 1,200 publications in order to reconstruct aquifer boundaries within the areas of interest. The results of their research offer the most thorough examination of worldwide groundwater levels to date, revealing the widespread occurrence of groundwater depletion. The study uncovered a concerning trend. Groundwater levels are declining in a significant majority, specifically 71% of the aquifers. The depletion of groundwater is rapidly intensifying in numerous regions, as evidenced by the acceleration of decline rates from the 1980s and 90s to the present day. This alarming trend underscores the worsening of an already dire problem. The rate of decline is surpassing expectations by occurring in almost 3 times the number of locations that would be anticipated by chance. In regions with drier climates, the phenomenon of groundwater deepening is more frequently observed, particularly in arid and semi-arid cultivated lands, as highlighted by co-lead author Scott Jasechko, an associate professor at the university's Bren School of Environmental Science and Management. While the concept may seem instinctive, it is an entirely different matter to substantiate it with empirical evidence from real-life scenarios. Conversely, there exist locations where levels have reached a state of stability or experienced a rebound. In a noteworthy turnaround, the authors observed a reversal in groundwater declines from the 1980s and 90s in approximately 16% of the aquifer systems for which they had access to historical data. The occurrence of these cases is only half as frequent as one would anticipate based on random chance. According to Jasechko, this study demonstrates that humans have the ability to reverse situations through intentional and focused endeavors. Let's consider Tucson, Arizona as an example. The water that is allocated from the Colorado River is utilized to restore the aquifer located in the adjacent Avera Valley. According to Jasechko, the project functions as a means of storing water for future utilization. He compared groundwater to a bank account, emphasizing its role in holding water resources. By purposefully replenishing aquifers, we have the ability to retain and store water for future use. Investing significant funds into the construction of above-ground infrastructure is often necessary for communities to effectively store water. When the geological conditions are favorable, underground storage of water becomes a viable and cost-effective option that minimizes disruption and reduces potential risks. The ecology of the region can also experience positive effects from the stored groundwater. During Perrone's research brief in 2014, it was discovered that aquifer recharge has the potential to store a significantly greater amount of water per dollar compared to surface reservoirs, with a ratio of 6 times more. The replenishment of Tucson's groundwater is a great advantage for the local aquifer. Nevertheless, excessive withdrawals have resulted in a decline in the mighty river's above-ground flow. In recent times, the Colorado River seldom reaches its delta in the Gulf of California. Jasechko acknowledged that there can be trade-offs associated with these groundwater interventions. Perrone explained that an alternative approach is to direct attention towards diminishing the demand for groundwater. This frequently entails implementing regulations, permits, and fees. In her current research, she is delving into water law in the western United States with the aim of comprehending the various interventions in this field. According to the study, it was evident that intervention was necessary for aquifer recovery, regardless of whether it originated from supply or demand. By combining information obtained from monitoring wells with data collected by the Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, GRACE, the authors were able to enhance their measurements. The GRACE mission involves a pair of satellites that meticulously calculate the space between them while in orbit around the Earth. By utilizing this method, the crafts have the capability to identify slight variations in the gravitational field of the planet, providing valuable insights into the behavior of large-scale aquifers. According to Perrone, one of the remarkable aspects of GRACE is its ability to enable us to investigate groundwater conditions in areas where we lack in-situ data. The evaluation we conducted serves as a valuable addition to the GRACE data. By utilizing in-situ information, we are able to examine groundwater conditions on a more localized scale, which is essential for effective depletion management. The significance of this local resolution became evident to the authors as they discovered that adjacent aquifers can exhibit distinct trends. However, it should be noted that the trends in groundwater levels do not provide a complete representation of the situation. In a separate publication in 2021, Perrone and Jasechko provided detailed evidence in another Nature paper, showcasing how the extraction of groundwater can still impact adjacent streams and surface water, leading to their infiltration into the subsurface. In addition, the researchers examined the fluctuations in precipitation over a span of 40 years for a total of 542 aquifers. In locations where conditions have become increasingly arid over the past 4 decades, researchers discovered that 90% of aquifers experiencing accelerated declines were concentrated. It is probable that these trends have resulted in a decrease in groundwater recharge and an uptick in demand. Conversely, climate variability has the potential to facilitate a rebound in groundwater levels in areas experiencing increased wetness. The research on monitoring wells serves as a valuable addition to the 2021 publication by Perrone and Jasechko. The study conducted on global groundwater wells was the most extensive assessment ever undertaken, earning it the honor of being featured on the cover of the renowned journal Science. According to Perrone, the monitoring wells provide insights into the supply aspect, while the groundwater wells offer valuable information regarding the demand side. According to Jasechko, when considered collectively, these factors provide us with valuable insights into identifying wells that have already dried up, or are at high risk of drying up due to declines in groundwater levels. The researchers, Perrone and Jasechko, are currently investigating the temporal fluctuations of groundwater levels within the framework of climate change. By establishing a connection between these rates of change and the actual depths of wells, more accurate predictions can be made regarding the vulnerability of groundwater access. According to Jasechko, the depletion of groundwater can be prevented. Through comprehensive worldwide research, scientists and officials will gain a detailed understanding of the intricacies of this concealed resource. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.